Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailySheeple.com, and this is your news shot. It being Friday, I wanted to go a little technology, a little science, and go to the Telegraph where they're highlighting that nanomachines, which drill into cancer cells, killing them in just about 60 seconds, have now been developed by scientists. Oh yeah, so you know, we don't necessarily have to go down the route of gene therapy or DNA manipulation. No, we can just have nanobots go in and kill our cancer for us. Who knows what the hell else they're putting in our bodies, but what the hell, it kills the cancer. That's what I care. It says nanomachines, which can drill into cancer cells, killing them in just 60 seconds, have been developed by scientists. The tiny spinning molecules are driven by light and spin so quickly that they can burrow their way through cell linings when activated. It's kind of like a cellular rail gun, if you will. That's the only way I can describe it, but it's really cool, and what the hell? As long as it's not chemotherapy, I'm willing to try anything, right? Okay, so it says in one test conducted at Durham University, the nanomachines took between 1 and 3 minutes to break through the outer membrane of a prostate cancer cell, killing it instantly. Dr. Robert Powell of Durham University said, "We're moving towards realizing our ambition to be able to use light-activated nanomachines to target cancer cells such as those in breast tumors and skin melanomas, including those that are resistant to existing chemotherapy." Yeah, how about, you know, here's an interesting thing. Now, we have these nanomachines that are being developed, and hip hip hooray, but we've known for a long time, probably since the turn of the century, that cancer, and I say turn of the 20th century, not the 21st century, that cancer has a couple of weaknesses. One is frequency. Scientists learned early on in the 30s and 40s with Dr. Royal Rife. And Dr. Royal Rife was instrumental in early on cancer research. He built this ornate, articulate, unbelievably complicated microscope that basically gave him electron microscope magnification out of a standard microscope. And he was able to see cancer cells. He was able to see viruses, bacteria, and he was also able to use magnetism and frequency to eradicate the disease. And then the body would naturally heal itself afterwards. So it would do its job, kill the disease, and then the cells would regenerate based on natural human processes. And of course, once the AMA found out, and once, you know, special interests found out, whoa, no, we can't have that. And of course, they went after Dr. Rife. They blackballed him. There's somebody broke into his lab, stole his telescope or his microscope, or at least the most expensive parts, so he couldn't reproduce it. He became an alcoholic, and that was basically the end of Dr. Royal Rife. And this goes on and on and on throughout history. If somebody comes up with something that changes, a game changer, but that might take out somebody's ability to make billions and billions of dollars, if they can't buy you out, they're going to take you out. And that's exactly what happened to Rife. That's what happened to people like Antoine Priore, who developed his machine that used longitudinal EM waves to kill cancer and all other sorts of ailments. He was doing it in animals. He was starting human trials when, guess what? The rug was pulled out from underneath him, and his machine ended up disappearing. You know, and we can go on and cite endless examples of people doing this, of cars running on water, and next thing you know, whoop, whatever happened to that? You had the EV1 back in the 80s that people couldn't buy. They had to lease because Big Oil was going to lose their shirts over this car that could get 200 miles on a charge in 1984. You know, Nikola Tesla was ruined because he had this whole thing, free energy. Ooh, I mean, that couldn't possibly benefit humanity. Well, when it showed that it actually would, guess what? He lost all his funding. He died bankrupt. I mean, this is what happens to people when they do this, right? You can't go up against the machine unless you're willing to do it for legitimate purposes and not monetary gain. If you go into this type of stuff and this type of work with money as your mindset, you will lose. You'll probably end up dying in the process. But if you go out open source and you throw this stuff out there for anybody to duplicate anywhere, anyhow, you've totally taken the power away from them. The problem is, to do this kind of research, to conduct the kind of experiments necessary to be able to prove the work, you need money to do it. You need somebody to back it. And that, unfortunately, is very hard to come by when a lot of the wealth is concentrated and a lot of the money comes from endowments that are controlled by the powers that shouldn't be, which is why you have nanomachines doing the same thing that frequency could do today if given the opportunity. But interesting, hey, science, wonderful. Nanobots, nanobot cancer killers. That's right. They'll kill your cells in 60 seconds or your money back. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.